are with the first card of your reading for financial, career concerns, abundance, that kind of thing. This is a new series that I'm doing here, and I'm hoping that it'll be helpful to everyone, because I know, ooh, look at that. I'll leave that flip for now. But of course, everybody's thinking about what to do in this new set of circumstances. How are we going to take care of ourselves and, and make the most of this situation without dropping into fear. So, but there's many of us who are fearful, so it's kind of good to identify where we're being held back in terms of our thinking and what it might have to do with how we roll with this situation. So, I love that the first card to flip was the Three of Pentacles, one of the cards in the tarot that depicts exactly that, work. So we've got that little hint as to where we're going. Let's take a look at the energies underneath. So Aries, we've got the King of Cups. So, this could be the energy that you're kind of carrying with you. Nothing like Aries in a crisis, I'll tell you that. It's always good to have an Aries around because they really are willing to put in the work. And they've got an eye on the community, like very few other signs. So let's look at the central focus for you. Well, isn't that lovely? And how appropriate that you should be embodying the energies of the King of Cups, because at the center of your situation is love, or an extremely tight partnership where the person that you're working with is coming into this equation in equal measure. So we'll see how much this theme of love dominates your reading. I'm doing my best to keep it all about money and career, folks. Okay, so the foundation of what's happening for you right now, as it is for many people, I expect to see cards like Judgment come up a lot. This is a major decision, or where decisions have been made for you because of circumstances. And what better example of that than the situation we all find ourselves in. So let's see what the energies were just before. It's funny because I was doing a test reading, and oh my goodness gracious, two of those cards are the same. So the circumstances that we all find ourselves in meant that you had to walk away from something, turn your back on something that you've put in a great deal amount of your love and your passion and your concern for your community. So this is probably really, I would say, hitting you pretty hard. And Aries is one to be to take on 10 of Wands type experiences where you're working so hard and you're buried in work that you're not kind of seeing what's happening around you to the degree that you could. But you've been grounded and nurturing and whatnot to, like I say, everyone in your community, and you're probably in a bit of a state where you're wearing your heart on your sleeve because there's clearly a lot of your presence in your existing and previous circumstances. So let's see what's coming. Well, yep, and look at that. Okay, so these energies are going to be also very common for many of us right now. We're going to feel, down on our luck. We're going to feel like we're in lack, and because that's what's right in front of us. But what truly is occurring is this kind of balanced exchange between you and other members of the community, and you're all exchanging these roles. At times when you need, you're here, and at times when others need you, you're here. And so there's a balance in that, and really that's what's contributing to your sense of home. So as long as you stay in this space where you're working with the community in the ways, that you do with this big giant heart of yours, and how responsible you feel for the people around you. This is what's going to continue to contribute to this sense of home. And so I would recommend, Aries, that instead of focusing on what you don't have right now, you're likely to do much better if you just focus on doing you. And that would be an affirmation of that. This is what's going to give you emotional fulfillment, is participating in this particular archetype of philanthropist and those who need. So that'll keep you out of this space. Let's see if we have any other advice on the Five of Pentacles. There we go. Okay, yeah, it's like, it's going to be it's going to be a test of your patience, Aries. What can I say? There also could be a Sagittarius around you who could be lightening your load. Yeah, I think that that's also part of it. Because, this is making you anxious. But, lean into your Sagittarius friends and realize that the seeds that you're planting right now will grow. And that this is how you're going to manifest it. This is exactly what's going to happen. You have all of the tools that you need. As the magician, you got everything you need in order to create in this new environment. So I'm being urged to just kind of, and this is justice for you. You also could have a Libra somewhere working with you, and it's an excellent partnership that's bringing balance. You see how these two have the scales, so it's like there's definitely a dynamic in here that could involve a Libra, where perhaps you're doing charity work together, or outreach in your community, and you're really making things happen, because it just keeps getting better. You've got the Six of Wands here, and you're being recognized by your community. And really, Aries will do just about anything as long as they're appreciated, for the amount of heart that they bring to the table. So in terms of further advice for these crazy times, Aries, I'm going to pull my Marshall McLuhan Distant Early Warning deck, which was created in 1969. And basically, Marshall McLuhan created a card deck for executives to use around the board table, almost like tarot cards. So I'm using them as not tarot cards, but it's also my way to learn cartomancy. So let's pull a card for you, and this will get me a little bit more practice in reading those cards. But Marshall was also kind enough to put a message on each one. So let's see what he has to say. So the kinetic. For total awareness, the American says, I know it inside out. And that's the Six of Diamonds. So let's see what, let me see, I'll put that right there. The Six of Diamonds is, there could be problems from a second marriage. That's what I have in my cartomancy notes. So, maybe in terms of this partnership, it's going to be key for you to be vulnerable, to flesh out the feelings and the emotions fully of your partner and how you can support each other better. Maybe your partner may be a Libra, and the two of you share this sense of justice and fairness. So don't be careful that you're not building walls, or that you're not carrying walls that you used to carry from your habits before. that you're gonna strengthen your relationships with honesty and transparency, and that's what is required in this time for you. So the underlying energies is the King of Diamonds. In the world of the blind, the one-eyed man is a hallucinated idiot. So I'm just going to leave that one. And then with the Lenormand, I'm going to pull 3 cards that can give advice as to the long-term future of where you're headed in your career and finance situation, Aries. Nope. Oh, is that? Yep. So 1, 2. Nope. And 3. All right. So we've got a new beginning. It's coming in fast. And I could be revolving around children. Perhaps you're going to have a chance to connect with your children soon. Maybe you're racing towards your children, or you also could be expecting a baby. It also could be a refreshing of a sense of innocence between you and your partner. So these things do not have to be literal and can resonate with you or not resonate with you in any way you like. So the last thing I will take a look at is the underlying energies for you in the future. If you can keep yourself away from this kind of thinking of lack and whatnot, you will experience traditional, well-experienced Aries luck. So just try to stay positive. Keep that big heart as open as possible, Aries, and you're never gonna lose sight of your tools because you know everything inside out. Just make sure you're connecting with the people who are around you immediately, your partner, your business partner, your closest associates at work. It really is a time for transparency and innocence and achieving the recognition that you deserve. So thank you for joining me, Aries. Stay tuned for more readings. And let me know your thoughts on this. Don't forget to subscribe, as I'm trying to get 1,000 so I can go live. Take care, Aries.